Hey guys, and welcome back. And today we continue with the bootcamp, and we're gonna talk about the macro news and how does it affect the crypto market. I mentioned that before, I think, but now I'm gonna be more specific. There's gonna be 6 events you have to avoid, because if you're trading during them, it means you just basically gambling. And gambling, it's not trading. Trading is work. Gambling is gambling. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some events. We're gonna discuss them. I'm gonna show you some examples. I'm gonna try to find recent events and what did it happen, so you get the idea. So now let's go to the charts. So yeah, as I mentioned, there are 6 events you need to be aware of, and I'm gonna show you the website, and now I'm gonna present you what those 6 events are and what we can expect for them and a little bit about them, so you get the idea. But my main tip for you is, when there is an event, do not trade, because you never know. You can just try to forecast it, but it's not gonna be 100%. So it's better not to trade during those days. But if you are trading and, for example, you're a swing trader or gonna be a position trader, you still have to follow those news, and yeah, we want to talk about that. So the first one is gonna be interest rate decision. In other words, FOMC or Fed. So basically, Federal Reserve decides, do they want to cut, raise or hold the interest rates in America. Higher rates are usually bearish for the crypto. Lower rates or dovish are usually means bearish for the crypto. The second one, which is amazing, and you have to understand this one, it's inflation data. There is CPI and PPI. So basically they're showing how prices are rising in the current economy. If the inflation is higher than expected, we can be bearish. And of course, the lower inflation, it means bullish for the crypto. The third one is job data, NFP payrolls, in other words. So basically jobs data, it's showing the numbers, how many new jobs were provided in a certain period of time. Strong, and in other words, a lot of jobs provided are bearish for the crypto, and if there is less jobs provided, there is a bullish for the crypto. Another one, this one is important, is GDP numbers. So basically GDP numbers are overall growth of the US economy. Strong GPT can support risk assets, but very strong numbers may reduce chances of rate cuts. Another one, it's also important, this is unemployment rate. Unemployment issue, it's a big one in the world, so when an event like that happens, it affects the crypto also. So when we have this event and we have the numbers, it shows the percentage of the people who do not have a job. If the number is growing and we see the rising unemployment rate, this is a bullish for the crypto. Seems weird, but this is a bullish for the crypto. And if the number is going lower, this is gonna be a bearish for the crypto. And the last one is the speeches from the Fed chair. You can check all the speeches from around the world, and they are important. And if they're mentioning something about the economy, if they're mentioning something about the crypto, the war, the politics, everything can increase or decrease chances for the crypto to go bullish or bearish. What you have to do is just, basically understand what you're talking about, listen for them. It's gonna be Fed chair, it's gonna be UK, for the UK, some ministers, or I don't know, Germany, Canada, Australia, China. When important people are speaking about economy and all of this shit, it's affecting the market. So you have to be careful. And the website now I want to show you, I think I showed you already, it's Forex Factory. Basically, we have the week, we can change it, okay, go for the next week. And we can see that on Wednesday, we have CPI. Yeah, it's important event, but this is from Australia, and this is in the morning when the Europe and of course America is sleeping. But we have core PCE price index. It's not one of the main events, but it's also a red folder event, and it's gonna be on Wednesday. So be careful, because still you're gonna get some impact for the market. And yeah, there's gonna be cuts, there's gonna be something, there's gonna be some numbers. So there always can be a movement. But basically, the next week it's kinda silence, I would say. Not much of that. And then the September is starting. On September there's supposed to be something. Look, Wednesday, September 2. A lot of from New Zealand, Canada. You see that if there is a red folder, that's high impact news, and you have to be careful about that. Thursday, nothing. And on Friday, September 4, look at that. Canada unemployment rate. And from the US, there is gonna be average hourly earnings. There's gonna be NFP changes. There's gonna be unemployment rate. Market is gonna be crazy. The volatile gonna be huge. So yeah, mark this date, September 4th. Do not trade. Do not trade on Friday, exactly that date. But basically, you're checking this website, you're looking if there is a huge events on that day or if there is no events on that day, and you're making a decision. But if there is high impact news, my strong recommend is do not trade. Do not get into the market. You can check it, but do not try to risk your own money. Because if you have the strategy, do not include news. News is more like a gamble, and if you're trying to predict where the market going during the news, yeah, it's casino, not trading. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I mean, I showed you the events, I talked about that, and it's important. Market, check it, check that website. I mean, check for those events. If you see those kind of the events which is gonna be happening, do not trade. Never, never, ever, ever. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to gamble because the gambles can be huge. Yeah, you can win, you can be lucky, but if the market goes opposite and you're trading with the leverage or huge leverage, I mean, you can get liquidated. And if you get liquidated in the crypto market, you know that your balance is going to zero. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next episode.